Across the Caribbean, environmental pressures are no longer unfolding separately. Climate instability, biodiversity decline, rising food dependence, and economic vulnerability increasingly collide, amplifying risks across ecosystems, livelihoods, and communities. For small island developing states, the consequences are deeply interconnected.
So from food security, go right through to spiritual well-being, ability to heal and restore. Biodiversity plays a critical role.
So this sector needs to go beyond the symptoms of the crisis. We have to go deeper. And these are things that I think the environmental sector has avoided for too long.
At the second Caribbean Regional Trialogue, participants repeatedly returned to one central idea. Interconnected crises cannot be solved through isolated action. The discussions challenged traditional approaches that treat biodiversity, climate, food systems, and development as separate policy areas.
What the Nexus assessment did is very different from a lot of the previous assessments. It sought to move away from the piecemeal approaches and the siloed sectoral thinking to looking across different sectors, health, food, climate, biodiversity, to find response options that will deliver multiple co-benefits at scale.
The conversations also reinforced that these systems extend beyond national borders.
As a region, as a Caribbean, it forces us to contemplate how we treat with our neighbors. Nature does not respond to political borders. And so when we think about the challenges we're facing, we have to elevate the transboundary cooperation and the transboundary thinking.
Throughout the region, because our seas may, in one sense, separate the land masses, but in another sense, they carry things from one section to another. And it means then that we are very much interconnected in terms of how we manage our biodiversity. The opportunity of the Trialogue has allowed us to think about ways to integrate these Nexus assessments as important products coming out of IPBES into our regional strategies and into our national strategies.
But understanding interconnected crises is only the beginning. Transformative change means more than improving individual projects. It means rethinking the systems, institutions, and decision-making structures that shape environmental outcomes in the first place.
The transformative change assessment provides guidance of how we need to change our approach to help improve the potential successes and minimize biodiversity loss. So I think there's hope that we can use what is prescribed to guide our future actions.
The Trialogue is helping regional actors move beyond theory and toward implementation. Not simply discussing transformation, but working through what it looks like in practice across Caribbean realities.
The Trialogue methodology is also very, very useful because it is established in a way that promotes trust, that promotes confidence to speak. It provides the spaces not only for joining conversations, but also promotes and gives a space for different stakeholders to be having conversations themselves first.
The challenge now is turning dialogue into action.
I think as a Caribbean person that we need the region to be as one, to try to go in the same direction. Different ways, but at least the same directions.
Implementation, trust, and cooperation will determine whether transformative change becomes reality.
We tend to be very good at planning, but low on implementation. And I think if there is an opportunity to put in place some of the recommendations from this Trialogue, it will go a long way in allowing the other countries or the other nations to see the implementation in practice and realize what possibility might exist for them.
Entonces uno siempre aprende de herramientas nuevas, de formas de trabajar nuevas, de aprender a valorar cosas que quizás no lo hacíamos. O sea, en general, para nosotros, los que estamos trabajando directamente en conservación de la biodiversidad, es muy útil sentarnos, vernos cara a cara y compartir con nuestros colegas de la región.
The second regional trialogue has really been a success as a platform, bringing multiple users who have completely different perspectives together, us as scientists, with policymakers, and with NGOs and community representatives. Doing it in a non-threatening setting, which really brought down the barriers and allowed us on a different level to start to build those bridges. And secondly, to reignite the urgency that we really need to act with, but in a positive way so that people feel hopeful that the actions we are discussing now we will be carrying back to focus on and to move forward in a bigger picture of promoting sustainable development.